So, hi there, welcome back. A few videos ago I showed how to install the Slug Power Kit by FX for the FX Impact. And now it's available for the latest gun that joined the FX Airguns lineup, and that's the FX Maverick. Let's have a closer look at how to install it. Right, so the Slug Power Kit for the FX Maverick is a little bit easier to install than the one on the Impact. If we compare both Slug Power Kits, the kit for the Impact consists out of the Slug Power Probe, the valve return spring, two spacers, a rubber ball, where the kit for the Maverick only contains the pin probe and a heavier hammer. It's much easier to install. When we have a closer look at the Slug probe, it looks very similar to the one for the Impact. The pin is also adjustable by an Allen key in the back to lengthen or shorten it, so the seating of your slug into your barrel is perfect. And it also has the sleeve to convert it from a 22 caliber to a 25. I'm not 100% sure if they will make it for a 30 caliber as well, but that we will see in the future. Then of course you also get the heavier hammer in your kit. Mine didn't come with a heavier hammer because I already have the 30 caliber and it has a heavier hammer inside. But if you buy your kit, it should come with a heavier hammer as well. Since the breech block, or since the block of the Maverick and the Wildcat Mark III share the same design of breech block, the Slug Power Kit will also fit the Wildcat Mark III, of course. Some steps in the installation will be a little bit different, like taking on and off the stock, but most of the important steps will be very much the same. My Maverick is a 30 caliber sniper, and although I enjoy shooting my 30 caliber very much, I wanted to convert it to a 22 caliber, and so I got myself a barrel kit to go with the Slug Power Kit. Something new I noticed on the barrel is the rotatable transfer port on the end. When taking a closer look, you can see on one side we have a dual hole transfer port with a little bridge in the middle to prevent your slug or pellet dropping into the transfer port hole, marked with an S, so this side is ideal to shoot slugs. Then when we rotate the barrel, you have the pellet transfer port hole that reduces the amount of airflow and so restricts the velocity, because you probably don't want to shoot your pellets as fast as your slugs. Pretty clever. Well, with all that said, let's get it all installed. So the first thing we'll have to do is remove the barrel. Now to remove the barrel, we have also to remove the cheek piece first, with the two screws you have here on the top. If I'm not mistaken, it's a 3mm. Undo the two screws you have here on top. Undo them and put it to the side. Then, in order to release your barrel, you have the two screws you have here on top. You have the one at the front and the one in the back. The one in the back here normally is just a plug, but it's also possible it's screwed in just far enough in order to grip on the barrel. So I'll undo the one at the front with a 3mm. Don't have to take them out, just loosen them up. And the second one is a 4mm. That should be enough. And then you can just slide out your barrel. Now that the barrel is out of the way, we have to remove the older pin probe. Look into the hole you see here and you will see a tiny Allen screw. I believe it's also 2.5mm. You can also open your cocking arm to find it. It's quite a long screw, so you have to screw it quite a bit. Pinch it a bit like this so you can slide it out, and there you have it. That's the screw that holds the probe in place. Put it to the side safely, make sure you don't lose it, and then simply slide your probe forward and take it out like this. Then you take your new probe. I slightly coated it already with some grease or some oil to make it go smooth. Feed it in where the barrel should fit. Make sure you line up the hole already just a little bit. You can always stick your Allen key inside. Align the hole in the probe together with a hole that sits all the way down. Drop your screw in just like this and tighten it up. Like so. Now that our slug probe is in, we can reinstall the barrel. I'll use my new barrel and I'll put the slug side or the dual hole down. Gently slide it in. Make sure it sits flush in your breech. Gently tighten this one down. It's actually not meant to hold your barrel. I just always do it till I just feel a little bit of friction and then I stop. And then the front one is the one that actually holds the barrel in place. Like this. Then we take our cheek piece, put it back on like this. And at this point it is time to install that heavier hammer. Now in order to install that heavier hammer we'll have to remove the power wheel, and on the FX Maverick it's the easiest to take the chassis quickly off. It's only 2 screws, one at the front and one at the back. On the FX Wildcat Mark III I believe you can just take it off, but the buttstock on the Maverick prevents it from just coming off like this. So 1 screw at the front. Make sure you don't lose them, because I already had one running away from me. And the one at the back. And with those screws removed, you can simply slide it out of the chassis. Put it to a safe place. Now, to remove the power wheel, it's very simple. You have 1 screw in the middle. Take the correct Allen key. I always like to put it with the adjustment hole down, so I know exactly how to put my wheel back. Hold the wheel tight. Be careful, there's a small ball bearing behind the wheel, that you don't lose that one when taking off the power wheel. A little bit difficult to do on camera, making sure you can see everything nicely. The screw comes out, and as you can see there is this ball bearing. Make sure you don't lose that. Put it to the side safely. At this point we can slide out the adjustment block for that adjustment wheel on the back. Give it a little wheel. Out comes the spring. And quickly shake it. And this is the hammer I was talking about. In your kit you will find exactly the same one, like this one. Because I have a 30 caliber Maverick, mine came already with a heavier hammer inside. But you will have one with a little less fat collar, I should say. And you take the heavier one and slide it back in. Just like this. Slide your spring back in, just like this. Followed by the adjustment block. This can only go in one orientation, with that little bolt you see here into that notch, like this. Then always a little bit of grease where the ball bearing has to stick. Easiest is, of course, tilt your Maverick upright, put that little screw in place, adjustment hole down, hold it, and screw your power wheel back on. Like this. Make sure it spins freely. And now we can put our stock back on. Align the trigger guard like this. Short screw goes into the back. Like this. And the longer screw goes into the front. Like this. So guys, that's how to install the Slug power kit on the FX Maverick or Wildcat. A little bit easier than the Impact one, as you could see. The Slug power kit, together with the dual hole transfer port that FX puts now on their barrels, will make a big difference to get those slugs up to speed. Well, that wraps up this video. I hope you found it useful. If so, and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the future videos. As always, I thank you for watching, keep on shooting, and I hope to see you back in the next one. Bye.